What's up everyone, Wesley Millant here with another episode of Gear Review. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We have Michael Mowen here and he is going to go through his audio bag and show you what he uses and why he uses it. So now I'm going to morph into Michael Mowen.
Hello, my name is Michael Mowen. I'm a production sound mixer. I've worked with Thinking Art Entertainment on several shorts, including a famous one called Marbletown. Recognize me? Do you? Pregnant? Anyway, we're going to be talking about production sound. What does the production sound mixer do? And a little bit about the gear that I use to accomplish my job. So what does a production sound mixer do? A production sound mixer is responsible for capturing all the dialogue that takes place during production. And to do that, we have a bunch of different gear that we can use. And today I'm going to go over my audio bag. So the recorder I currently have in my audio bag is the MixPre 10T. I used to have the Sound Devices 702. And I found that I needed to provide isolated tracks, ISO tracks, to my clients. And so to do that, I needed to upgrade to a multi-input recorder. And I fell in love with the 10T after reading about it. And I wasn't yet there at the point where I think I needed to jump up to a 633, 688, 644. But for the price, this thing does a lot. So you have 8 XLR inputs, has timecode, it has pretty much everything that I'm ever going to need at this point in my career, and I've been very happy with it. So the reason I like Sound Devices is that their preamps are beautiful. They're wonderful. Low noise floor, if you do your gain staging properly. But I was a little worried because I think this was branded as more of a prosumer. I may be mistaken. But people tend to think of this as more prosumer level, and I was really worried that the preamps were not going to sound as good as the 7 series. Like my 702, I still use for sound effects recording and voiceover. It's still one of the best recorders. So the preamps in this thing are incredible. It easily compares to my 702. I'm sure you can find files out there that compare it to the 788. So if you really wanted to max this thing out, you could record up to 12 tracks. You could record a left and right mix and up to 10 isolated tracks. This thing only has 8 XLR inputs, but I found, especially whenever I'm doing podcast recording or voiceover, I connect it into my computer, and all the audio that comes from my computer goes into inputs 9 and 10, and that's through the USB that they have for the 10T, but you could really do a lot with this. I mean, I've been really impressed, and I said that the 10T was timecode capable. Timecode is very important, especially in the world of indie filmmaking, because it essentially speeds up the editing process. So before you'd have a dumb slate, right? And you just bang it. You bang the sticks. And in the editing software, the editor will take the audio, hit, and the picture, the clap, and match those up for a sync. Whereas timecode, you essentially don't even need to bang your sticks. You should do it, but you don't need to. The software just will line it up based on the timecode. And as you can see the time code here. This is the Denecke TSC Slate, Smart Slate. This essentially gives you 2 ways to sync up audio. So not only do you have the audible clap of the slate, you also have the time code. So this is a shotgun microphone that I use. This is the 416 shotgun microphone from Sennheiser. Highly recommend this microphone. It's $1,000, but I think it's well worth every penny. And this goes on the end of my boom pole. I've worked on many features where I just used this microphone because it sounds fantastic. It's going to make your movies sound like a Hollywood feature. So I recently updated my wireless. Before I was just using 2 channels of Sennheiser G3, but I updated to the Electrosonics 411A. And I'm wearing a Electrosonics SM transmitter because I have a COS11 microphone. So why would you want to use Electrosonics over Sennheiser or any of the Rode microphones? It just comes down to the reliability. The range on the 411 compared to the G3, you're gonna get an extra like 100 yards if you're out in an open field. I did that test. Sound quality is better, especially when you're paired with a great mic like the COS11. But generally, it's just the performance. The performance is gonna be a lot better. So the thing that honestly keeps me up at night is being sure that I'm always reliable whenever I work for my clients. I wanna show up on set and I wanna have reliable equipment that won't fail and that will get me out of tough situations. So if you're a working professional sound mixer, you need gear that you can rely on. And Electrosonics and the other high-end wireless systems are very reliable, which is why they're a lot more expensive. You could easily drop $2,000 per channel of wireless. Electrosonics now has the dual receivers, where you could look up to spend up to $5,000. It's more expensive, but it's worth the price, and it's going to pay itself off in the long run, because it's going to be something that you could use for years, and it's never going to crap out on you. So if you're looking to start an audio bag, the thing that I struggled with in the beginning was whether to make that big jump to Electrosonics right away, or just stay with the more prosumer level like the G3s. I would say if you can make it happen, go for the big Electrosonics, go for the higher end, because it's going to be worth the money and it's going to pay itself off very quickly with gear rental. But a lot of people can't do that. So just know that if you use the G3 or the G4, you can still get good sound as long as you use a decent microphone and you have good mic placement. So what is wireless? Just a quick overview. So we have a receiver here that's attached to the bag. It goes into input 2 of the 10T. And I'm wearing the transmitter. Like I said, it's a Electrosonics SM transmitter. And that has my wireless microphone, the COS11 from Senken. And this allows me to get up. As you can see, there's no boom microphone. Ow, I've been wearing this the entire time. And this allows me to get up, walk around, you know. Do I really look pregnant? I mean, y'all commented on Marbletown several times, and y'all think it's hilarious, and I don't think it's very funny. But anyway, you can walk around, you can do anything you want. You don't necessarily have to have a boom on you, and it's just a great, I don't know, it's wireless. You guys know what it is. So another piece of gear that clients often ask for are Comtex. Comtex allow me to send an audio feed to the director, to a script soup, producers, any VIP on set that requests one. And this is important. So if I send a feed to the director can watch the monitor and hear what's going on. The script soup can hear what's going on, very important. And same with producers. And this can also come in handy for a boom op. I wouldn't recommend using Comtex, maybe something a little higher like one of the IFBs from Electrosonics. So I could send the boom track 1, only to his Comtech. And that allows him to only hear what he's capturing, which is kind of neat. Yeah, it's like, come on, all these directors are like, oh, I'm gonna wear a Comtex. And I tell you, like 9 times out of 10, they're just gonna have the headphones around their neck. They're not even listening to the damn audio, but whatever, personal. And to power this bag, I have a Juicebox V-mount battery. This is the 95 watt-hour battery. And this powers both the 10T and the 411 for easily 12 to 14 hours before, you know, I really have to recharge the battery. It lasts all day, and I've been very happy with it. There's higher end battery distribution systems. At the time, I wasn't ready to make that bigger purchase. You're talking $500–600 for a good solid battery distribution system versus I think $150 for the battery plus an extra $40 for the cables. So at the time, it's just the one I felt that I needed to go with. And so far, it hasn't let me down. The last bit of stuff I have is really, this is my Lav kit. So I have different wires in here. I have the Tram TR50, and then here's my 2 transmitters for my G3 systems. So this is some of the stuff I use to apply my wireless. Every sound mixer needs some moleskin. That's primarily how I get my mics underneath clothing. Prevents a lot of clothing rustle. There's stuff like Top Stick, or I don't have it with me, but it's called Joe's Sticky Stuff. It's very good for eliminating clothing rustle and making sure the mic stays in place. Lately here, because I have this COS11, I use the Rycoat stickies and overcovers and stuff for hiding under clothing. Sounds great, and it eliminates clothing rustle. It's fantastic. And then, yeah, I just have 2 little straps. This is a microphone strap. So you just put this around your waist. There's a little slot for you to place your microphone. Well, there's, I don't know, move it around. Dolly in, no. So this is a mic strap. So this is a microphone strap that you can use. You can place it under the actor's shirt, and there's a slot for the microphone. Just helps keep the mic in place and prevents some clothing rustle. And then I also have Bumblebee Industries Lav Concealer that also helps eliminate clothing rustle. And then, you know, just various waist straps and ankle straps for hiding transmitters. All very important because a lot of people don't like to see, and I don't like to see wires hidden, like, you know, this right here. I would never do. So a new recent addition to my audio bag is a tentacle sync. Basically what I do is I sync this with the time code in my recorder. I hand this off to the camera department. They connect it to the camera, and it essentially locks that camera in timecode wise throughout the entire day. And I don't even have to worry about it. And the one thing I love about it is that it's small, so the camera guys can fit this anywhere, and it's usually out of their way. So that's an overview of my audio bag, but I want to leave you guys with one piece of advice, and that is don't skimp out on good audio. Audio is half of a movie, and if you don't have good audio, nobody will watch your movie. It sounds bad, and I know it does, and it sounds like a douchey thing to say, but it's the truth. You could have a beautiful picture that looks great, the acting's fantastic, but if it's overmodulated, if you can't hear what's going on, if there's too much background noise, you can't hear what the actors are saying, nobody's gonna watch your movie. And I'm Michael Mowen, Production Sound Mixer. Take care. Back to you, Wes.
That's going to do it for this week's episode. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment below, and we'll see you next week for another episode of
Review. I had to work hard for that body, all right? I'm a little bitter. In therapy.